So Aaron, where the hell have you been? And the answer to that is particularly busy. But we'll talk about that more in the Tinkering Weekly, which should come out early next week. But for now, we've got a new vehicle. And it's pretty cool. So this is a Warrior. It's on loan to us from the Tank Museum down in Dorset, Bovington Tank Museum. Obviously currently doesn't run as it's attached to the 434. And we originally tried to tow it off the trailer with the CT. As you can see, the CT's currently got holly bones on, so we drove up the back of the trailer, almost connected to the Warrior, and it broke down on the trailer. No surprises there. I mean, it is a CT after all. So we had to wake up the 434, get that round in a hurry, shunt the CT out of the way, get the Warrior off the trailer, get Alistair gone with his lorry, which meant the Warrior was stuck in the yard last night, but we sheeted that up. It's not a problem. But today we need to have a shuffle around, get it inside the barn. So in the back, the little generator engine for it appears to be just in the back. But it is quite complete in here. It has this mast that hydraulically comes up at the back. So we'll have to learn how that works. So we can see, running gear wise and road wheels and stuff, that she's all in quite good nick. So I was led to believe where it's parked in the shed at Bovington, it did drive there, but that was several years ago, and stuff's been disconnected, and as they've done some fault finding on one of their running Warriors at the running fleet, they've borrowed panels and stuff out of it, and then just to see if that cured their problem, and they didn't, so they got put back in. So she's got all her original stuff, but it's just not connected up yet. But once she's in the barn, we better have a proper look around her. So here it is now, safely tucked inside the shed. As you can see there, a little bit of a sneak preview to the next video. The decks are off and that little engine is no longer in the back. APU engine is now fitted and connected up. So this Warrior 00NC37 is the prototype to the FV514 variant of Warrior, and that is the OPV. So that is the wait for the train. So this is the OPV Warrior, observation post vehicle, and it's to help direct artillery fire and back up the artillery. So the gun that we see, which is normally a 30mm Radin, it's not actually a barrel, it's a dummy barrel welded into it, made of steel. I've seen quite a few posts online of them referred to as wooden barrels, but they're not wooden, it is made of steel, and it keeps the appearance of the IFV. It doesn't stick out as a target. So as part of it being an OPV, it's fitted with this mast that comes up and has two armoured rear bins that the mast stows into. So if we open them up, remove this locking pin, grab a handle, get the handle and then stick into the mast down position. As it joins us over this side, so that takes an M-Star, which is a radar for mapping ground terrain. I believe it has a range of about 40 kilometres. There might be some guys in the comment section that know that far more about that than I will. But help mapping terrain and stuff so we can really direct artillery fire, which is the whole purpose of this vehicle. Let's get inside. Right, so as we go inside, got the mood lighting on. We've got some sort of control here, which seems to be for the M-Star. Off, stowed, level, and some lights. One seat this side, he gets a desk. Man this side's not important, so he doesn't. So we've got sort of a bank of battery chargers, I think, here. Above the toilet. I don't know what he does. He does switch on though. So I think that's for batteries. Whether that's batteries for the M-Star or not, I don't know. Then we've got the NBC and heater controls. Our APU panel. APU controls. We've got silent, which is kind of tick over in charge, or we've got full charge. That's kind of a little sneak preview into how we get on in the next video. And into the turret, you can see we've got no breach there at all. We've still got the turret traverse handles, but we're missing both sights. The lighting in the turret is awful. So she's got no radio equipment in at all, and most of the artillery observation stuff is probably well and truly still classified, so we've got none of that either. But we're hoping to start building some of it up. Let's get the driver's compartment. I've got no idea what that's from. No idea. A bit smoky in here. Let's have a look at this driver's compartment. In the driver's compartment, we're used to a kind of big clunky isolator, but this is a little... We've got a gear lever, so we've got 2 reverse gears. R1, R2, and then we've got 1 4, 1 3, 1 2, 1. So I presume that's a bit like a 4-3 series where we've got ranges. So we've got, so that would be gear 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 2, and then 1. And we've got a little switch here, which allows fast shuttle between these, I believe. Because if that's in, I have to re-pull again. I can't go past it. I've got to let go, pull again to get to there. Whereas if I've got this little switch here pulled, I can go. Again, someone probably know more than that than me. Will you let us know? And then it's awfully dark down there, but we've got a throttle pedal that goes that way, but then a brake pedal that goes the other way. And then we haven't got levers. We've got a steering yoke. But then that pin's in down here, but I've just flipped it down. We've got indicators, headlight switch. Don't know what these two or this one does. Just feels awfully modern compared to what we're used to. The seat's nice and comfy though. And there's plenty of room in here. As you can tell, I'm in here. And for those of you who don't know, I thought I'd quickly point out, whilst editing this video together, is we're based here at the Norfolk Tank Museum. So you can actually come and see into the workshop. And like the stuff like the Warrior sits in the very front of the museum. It's one of the first vehicles you see as you come inside. This week she sat with the engine decks off as we've been working on it and tinkering away. So perhaps if you're a model maker or something, you know, sometimes stuff like that's really interesting and seeing the bits you don't normally see in a vehicle this in a museum. You can then, there's a gantry you can see up and inside the workshop and what we're up to and stuff. At the minute it's quite full of chieftain bits. But for now, that's us done. And in the next video will be, will it run? And it's quite good.